Okay. We are back with our throwing run on honor mode. We are in Moonrise Towers. Currently, we are clearing, looks like we're clearing the second floor, which I always like to do. And then from there, we will do the prison escape if we can. I think that's what we're up to. It looks like we opted to do this before we got Furin's weapon upgrade. Hate it when they're moving.
Another day, another fight.
Got it. Ooh, and he didn't even notice. I like that. Now we'll initiate combat.
This is a restricted area. Time to
okay, so these guys, these paladins, they're dangerous because they will smite you. And being smote is very bad.
Good idea, I think.
They hit very hard. They are capable of taking you from 100% to 0% in one
At the ready.
round.
Bye forever, pal.
You know, I'm trying to remember if there's anything I've forgotten here
Find a route.
about how I set these things up. I think
Easy as.
we're doing it right. So I might want to rage with her, but she's only got 4 rage charges, which is actually a lot. I just don't think I want to use one right now. Now, of course, he could run over here and smite me, and
Let's spill some blood.
get destroyed. I don't think that Astarion has enough in him to kill him. I don't think he would do enough damage to take that 17 health away, so I'm going to do something a little risky. I'm going to try to hold person. It worked. Good. That gives us a second round. Alright, so we should be fine because hold person worked. Another benefit of hold person is it should cause everything to crit. Oh, only melee attacks. That's fine. That was really like the best version of that fight. Anytime you're encountering these paladins, you wanna approach it cautiously and try to get rid of the paladin as quickly as possible. I would like to reorganize here, just because I have had it a different way on some of my other run-throughs, so I'm a little used to that. I should mention that I would like to mention that I completed my first honor mode run with Shadowhead. Didn't get any credit for it because of the mods I'm using. The mods are counted as cheats, so you don't get credit for anything. So I did a second honor run in anger immediately afterwards, which I'm actually planning to put up some videos of that with Baviel. So I completed that. That was kind of a truncated run just to get the credit, just to get the Foehammer achievement. And so that is also completed. So for this run, I will not be getting any credit for an honor mode run. That's the reason why when I was throwing goblins into other goblins and killing them, I did not earn any achievement for doing so. The reason is because of the mods. So I figured that out, and that's what it's all about. Okay, this guy's not as much of a concern, although they're annoying. So I'm just gonna kind of take this as it is. Reload, that didn't do anything. Let's see here. Little radiating orb. Pop you back up.
Should get started.
Yeah, I learned some additional respect for honor mode through my many runs. So obviously right now I'm running with Astarion because he's going to make some of this a little easier for me to handle. Really, I could drop him at this point because I think I already got the... let's check. Let's see. I just need to go to my strength stat. Everlasting Vigor. The Everlasting Vigor potion. That is the reason why I pick up Astarion ever. I don't particularly enjoy the character. I think it's very well acted. I think the character is very well conceived by Neil Newborn. I think he did a fantastic job. I just don't like the character, so I don't particularly enjoy playing the game with the character. But he is useful. I would recommend everybody pick up Astarion to get the Potion of Everlasting Vigor, which is a free +2 to strength. Very good stuff.
Stand, soldier. These are wait.
There's no reason to like get into anything with the dog. I usually just let her do her thing.
So tell me true. I put pass then, but I will be what?
There is additional storyline in everything in this game. So much extra storyline to discover and to try to understand, like, what is it all about? What does it mean? I'm just not with this one, not this time. I've never really fully understood a lot of the dog's storyline, so it's never been that compelling to me. But we will get a Cloak of Elemental Absorption, which I don't need. But hey, you can wear it, Astarion. That will be fine. We also got the Spine Shudder Amulet, another thing I don't need on my characters, but which I think is quite good on a light cleric, so I'm going to put that on him. I'm going to clean up my inventory a little bit, just send those things to camp. Looks like I'm running with the risky ring. That is a risky move, but looks like I'm going to do it. So this is not a Shadow Blade run, so I'm not going to be using the Resonance Stone. The risky ring and the Resonance Stone kind of interact in an interesting way to create problems for you. That's really the best way I could put it. You can do it. You can 100% do it. But I would advise against running with the risky ring and the Resonance Stone, which I haven't gotten yet. We're not to the Resonance Stone. Alright, we're a straight fighter, straight barbarian, straight cleric, which means I don't have to worry about any paladin things. So paladins kind of restrict you on how you can engage in combat because you will break your oath a lot of times. Alright, so here's how I'm going to position. I'm going to put Astarion here so that he can hit everybody.
What's cooking?
I'm going to put
Toast,
Karlach down there and Furin over here. Radija.
All right then.
Pardon me for my yawn. She likes to cast Fireball. So, if you position everybody close together, she's going to fireball everybody, and they're going to get hurt. It's going to be bad news. So, that's why I've spread everyone out.
Heating up.
Now, the alternative is, of course, that maybe you can just kill Radija before she does anything. But she does have the ability to cast Shield, which can protect her from a lot of damage. Just like that. So although you would have preferred to rage up front, I'm now going to rage because I'm anticipating this is going to get painful. Alright. And then I positioned him here because I want this thing to hit everybody. Should be particularly effective against the undead. Yeah, 21 damage. That's not nothing. And he has a bite 2 to 8. It's not a ton, but it makes him happy if he succeeds. So
Sounds like fun.
there, now he's happy. And happy is like a free +1. So Astarion, as I've said, let's see, happy. +1 to attack rolls, saving throws, and most ability checks. So Astarion, I don't like him. I don't usually run with him, but he does have a lot of benefits that are pretty great. All right, so here comes the fireball, but I got her low enough that I could kill her before she cast it with Psionic Backlash. One of the most overpowered talents in the game.
No hesitation.
I think I've touched on it before. So this is kind of a waste of rage, but whatever. I'm preoccupied. Psionic Backlash. Well, I guess when I'm done with the fight, I'll get into
Very
it.
well.
Total waste of her rage. Psionic Backlash. When an enemy within 9 meters casts a spell, you could use your reaction to inflict 1d4 psychic damage to the caster per the spell's level. Okay, I misspoke. Psionic Backlash, not that overpowered, but what makes it crazy overpowered is its combination with Cull the Weak. When you bring a creature down to fewer hit points than your number of evolved Illithid powers, it dies, and all nearby creatures take 1 to 4 psychic damage. So my number of evolved Illithid powers: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So, in this circumstance, she had 15 health, right? And then he bit her. And it didn't even matter. He didn't need to. But when Radija cast Fireball, I used Psionic Backlash to deal 1 to 4 psychic damage. So even if she had still been at the 15 health that she was left at after I threw my axe at her, even if I did the one... Excuse me. Even if I did the 1 psychic damage to her, it would have brought her to 14, which is how many evolved Illithid powers I have, so she would have instantly been killed by my Psionic Backlash regardless. And all that cost me was a reaction. It didn't affect my action economy. Not really. I mean, I guess it would have affected it if like somebody was trying to run by me or something like that. Unfortunately, I panicked a little bit. I had Karlak rage, and she lost a rage charge, so now she only has 3 left. But that's okay. It's not like the biggest loss in the world. And that is the end of floor 2. Floor 2 is now clear. So now we're going to move on down to the first floor. And we're going to do a little bit here. We're not going to take on this big group at this time.
Here we go. Let's have a look.
The big group on the main floor, we want to just leave them. We want to be friends with them. We want to continue to trade with them even. And we can do that. We can do that. That's fine. So, what we want to do right now is we want to break this wall. So if we throw our axe at it, it doesn't do anything. I wonder if I can kick it. Too heavy to shove. Yeah. Walls are a bit of a challenge for me. I'm not sure how I've gotten past them in the past. But what we can do is we should still have... Let me look here. Yes, we have the Doom Hammer. So what we'll do Oh, and we also had a mace there. But what we'll do is we'll equip the Doom Hammer, and we'll just melee the wall. Bop. Bop. Done. Put that back. So, the Doom Hammer is actually going to go to Karlak. She has not used her soul coin. I'm not sure why. Let's use it. Put those in here. You're throwing, so that all makes sense. I'm going to keep the Doom Hammer out so I don't... Basically, she's going to rage when we do the big fight, and we're going to want her to be using the Doom Hammer and not the returning pike. But that's later. That's for later. Anyway, we wanted to break that... Whoops. We wanted to break that wall down because there's a wooden chest hidden here, which has some random loot. Looks like we've got an elixir of vigilance and necrotic resistance. Alright, so our general strategy for the final fight is going to be healing, prevent healing, and that way we can just kind of muscle through it. Even though we only have 2, maybe 3 people, hopefully we won't die. We'll see. Maybe we will. This run might end before then. It might end on that. I don't know. We're going to find out. Okay. So, there is a paladin in this room.
Good idea, Carla.
And an archer. The archer is of little consequence. We're gonna more or less ignore them. We're not gonna rage. I don't want to rage. I don't want to use up a charge of rage right now. But we are going to try to cast Hold Person on this paladin. Didn't work. Okay, that's fine. I think he might have to run so far that I don't think he'll be able to get to me. Oh, look at that. He's not engaged in the fight. That's interesting.
Wonder if the gods are watching me.
He is now.
Hope this ends well.
So 22. Why don't we, let's experiment here.
Got it.
Let's go with you. See what kind of damage we can put in with you. 19. Maybe close to 40 damage. Yeah, 38. 38's not bad. I kind of wish I could kick him, but I can't get to him. I could kick him. Let's leave it open. I might want to fall back a little bit. Alright.
That should work.
That'll kill him, though. Fantastic. Now, there is one thing. If you use Cull the Weak, if Cull the Weak is what kills somebody, then Elixir of Bloodlust does not get triggered. And that's kind of a bummer.
Good. Moving.
Ooh, failed.
The dance macabre.
So if you're fighting archers in D&D in general, you want to be right next to them because they get disadvantage when you're next to them. And of course, they will want to not be next to you.
All right then.
Now, there are things like the Risky Ring that you can put on your character to mitigate that. So, like, if you are wearing the Risky Ring and somebody comes and stands next to you, then the Risky Ring gives you advantage and they give you disadvantage, so then you just got a normal attack as a result. Stop yawning, Karlak. Don't
Still alive, so that's
want
progress.
to do that. If you use crossbows, You can get Crossbow Expert. Crossbow Expert makes it so even if somebody is standing right next to you, you do not get disadvantage. So that's kind of a nice thing. Let me see here. I don't want to rage in this part with Karlach, mostly because...
Keep your distance, darling.
Come on, let's go.
I don't want to rage just for 2 people. And sometimes all of this chains together, and sometimes it doesn't. So, we're just going to try this.
Or being arrested
15,
for
that's
assault.
weak. I got it still. So, I kind of forgot, but you want to put your damage in with Karlach first. Give him a kick. Pop. Fall back.
Blood comes easy these
Okay.
days.
Now we'll put my damage in with Furin. 47
Be
left.
honest.
21. And so... got killed by the Lithid power, which means Bloodlust doesn't trigger. Sad, but whatever. And then this one, like, again, our best play here is we want to try to hold him. Didn't work. So that's unfortunate. So, do I have Hell Riders gone? Yeah. So, next best play is to heal everybody. And now we all have Blade Wards. So, it's not going to do anything about his smite damage, but it'll reduce his other damage. And then Radiating Orb, maybe he can just miss. No, he didn't. So, see the smite damage there. That's 20 damage, which is an absolute ton of damage. So, kick him away.
That's it.
Miss. That's not great. Okay, we got 1 hit. Okay.
Never a dull moment.
And that's why we have a star in here, right? So he can eat some of the damage. So if the second one hits, we're looking good. There it is. You see, and that one did not trigger Cull the Weak because it did enough damage up front.
You've made a
So,
grave mistake.
Elixir of Bloodlust procs, and we can take out the eyeball. So you see, that does not trigger anybody else joining because the first scream in the eyeball doesn't really do anything. Now, you could probably guess just by looking at these numbers, if I had not cast Blade Ward, if I had not healed everybody so that there was Blade Ward, that would have just killed him straight up. Getting hit by the paladin there, he would just be dead. I mean, you know, down on the ground, where you'd have to revive him. Let me see, I have the periaptive wound closure, so that's nice.
Let's move. How much farther can I go?
Let's just bop this guy, get rid of him.
Good idea. I think.
Or being arrested for assault.
So these guys, you kill them, and then they come back with 1 health. So, and they cast some annoying spells, like, they cast, Hunger of Hadar, I think it's called. The big darkness that causes cold and acid damage.
I've got
And they will cast Guardian of Faith. Okay, so there you go. He's got 1 health left.
Survival is all that matters.
They have Death Ward, I think.
Seems like the best way.
So they automatically resurrect
At the ready.
after they go down. But I had more than enough damage to take care of him. Okay, now these people. So these people you have to talk to,
The voice of a god.
as I recall. As I recall, you don't have a choice. You have to talk to them.
One step at a time.
So combat gets initiated on their terms. Is the upshot.
Shouldn't have wished
And they like to cast confusion,
times.
and we're actually going to be close enough that they can hit both of us. So that's the
You were a
downside.
cheap bloodline. And it's you.
The drow.
Come to observe, true soul. A challenge. Awful system.
And that's their biggest thing, is that they cast confusion. So let's see here. Astarian's not in the fight. So I think what I'd like to do is, I think, yeah, as soon as he moves, he's going to be in the fight. Oh, maybe not. I don't want to hit Minthara, so I don't really want to do that. So we're going to go for Sumera to start with. Okay. She has 51 health.
There's blood in
So now what I want to do is I want to come to... Oh, okay. So I can't swap turns, unfortunately. I wonder if I can use her. I cannot. So Furin just has to go. That's the deal. So we'll just hope for the best outcome here. Well, it's an okay outcome. And I'm just going to move him away because of the confusion, basically. That's it. Alright, so that's his turn. She's going to do her own thing. Not very much, indeed. She can actually get killed here, which would be negative. We wouldn't want that.
My little trick.
So I can't kill her.
Covered.
But what I can do is fail to give her the boot. Okay, so now she can cast confusion on all of us right here. Like, we're all within range. And that's fine. We'll just accept it. So she saved. I saved after a moment. So I lost my turn. Ooh, but now she's hosed.
My turn.
So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna have a little fun with it. Just bop.
I expected to be greeted. I didn't think anyone would come for me. Agreed.
Alright, so I always tell her to hide there because I've got a lot of fighting to do, and if you have her follow you right away, what she's going to do is she's going to constantly interrupt you, saying, "What?" Essentially. I don't know exactly what she says, but that's basically what she's doing. Like, what are you doing? What's taking so long? Why are you doing this? And the reason why I'm doing this is because any person in Moonrise Towers who remains, once I make Ketheric not immortal, will join the big epic battle against the Harpers, and increase its difficulty, essentially. The first time I did it, it was wild. Okay. Sorry, I have to check my text notifications here. First time I did it, it was wild. Like, everybody died. It was just crazy. Everything went wrong. Alright, so this one I think is probably worth using a rage on for Karlach. I didn't like that.
Property.
He only has 35 health, so really one hit. This guy's the bigger threat.
Away I go.
Yeah, I didn't get it. It's okay. Okay, so this guy way back here, he's going to want to run up and cast Hunger of Hadar, which I don't want to happen. So I'm going to move this way. you know, just kind of get away from him. And I'll put my damage into that person, and then that's basically my turn. I want to wait for the axe to return. Alright, so I'm going to rage up front, because I know this is going to be bad. He's going to go for Astarion, of course. Excuse me. And I can't kick because I had to use my bonus action to rage. So we're just going to try to put as much damage into it as possible. So that was pretty great. Like, let's check it out. This is the reason why I think it's better when she's raging than he is just straight up. Because look, she got 22 damage, which that's, you know, negotiable. But she also got 4 fire damage. And she also got 3 thunder damage. And she got he got crushed for 4 additional damage because it's 8.1 kilograms. Okay, and this is 22 damage when I rolled a 4. I rolled a 4 on my no, I rolled a 7 on my damage roll. So I rolled a 1d10 and I got a 7. So that's better than average. And then I got +1 because it's a +1 weapon, I think. And then +5 for the strength modifier, and then +2 for the rage, and then +2 for the rage again because of the tavern brawler feat, and then +5 strength bonus because of the tavern brawler feat. So the tavern brawler feat doubles up the rage adder, and then if I had the gloves like Furin does, it would be added again. So that's why it gets a little crazy. So that knocked him all the way back there. Oh, I threw the firebomb, so can't throw again. So I would want to hold him, right? Like, I think that's pretty clear. If I can stop him from moving, I could save Astarion's life. I cannot stop him from moving. So same play. We're going to get some Blade Ward on. And then we're going to run away as far as we can. Won't be far enough. This guy will not be able to cast Hunger of Hadar this time. Alright, I'm frightened, so I can't move. But he can still get to me. But I think he used his action to frighten me, so no big hit that round. So,
shall we dance?
What I'd like to do is just finish him off with Karlach if I can.
Go on.
Look at that. 21-333. Plus he gets knocked to the side. Hang on. Alright. He's done for. Yeah, it's a lot of damage. So I have a kick, but there's no way for me to kick him. So I'm just gonna... I've done damage. I'm gonna maintain position. Alright, now, Furin can't hit him. Can't even move, right? I could Misty Step, but that 100% puts me in line for some damage coming in. So I'm going to go to here. I want to see if I can hit him from here. And I think Astarion can still get to me right there. Remember, I can't move, so I can't adjust my position. So there, not good enough. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to teleport back. There. Wait, what a waste, right? What a waste of that scroll. I'm going to move Astarion sort of out of the way. And then what I prefer to do when I'm playing Baldur's Gate or D&D in general is I prefer to make the enemy come to me. I don't want to use rounds or power. I don't want to use my character's action economy closing the gap to an enemy. I want to make the enemy close the gap to me. Excuse me. Alright, he's going to get knocked back a little bit there. I don't know if I'll be able to hit him again or not. Oh yeah, I can. Alright, that should set him up to get killed by Furin. So then, I want to see, can I get to him? No, I can't.
Incoming.
But I'm still going to get as close to him as I can. Really just to create a gap
Another fight. Let's go.
between myself and
Don't
Furin.
waste a step.
Because, you know, Hunger of Hadar or Shield or Guardian of Faith is coming. So that's one hit. He's dead. We'll get that back. I think he could probably Hunger of Hadar me and get both people. And I can't get Astarion close enough on this turn without using Dash, which I don't want to do, because if I use Dash, then I'm done. So he's not going to have to close the distance, but I'm not going to spend any of my action closing the distance. Okay, so now
On my way.
I'm going to move in, and
Hungry for the slaughter.
I would like to do that, so I'm out of the Guardian of Faith's range,
Go on.
and then I'll take some hits. 325, 4. He didn't get knocked back because I wasn't higher than him. 323, and then like a hidden number 2. So not small hits, and then I can't get to him, so I will not be
Nothing
able
will
to kick him.
stand in my way.
So we'll just try to bop
Seems
him.
like the best way.
Boom. He gets his resurrect. And then boom. Gone. And then my axe should return. And we can start looting.
Moving ahead. Something good.
Easy peasy, just like that. So I think the secret was, when I first started playing, I was not thinking it through, and I was just attacking with Furin up front, which of course does not set him up. He's not in a position to capitalize on his elixir of bloodlust when I'm playing like that. So I just needed to make a small adjustment so that he could get maximum benefit out of the elixir of bloodlust, which isn't actually a lot of benefit, but at least it's maximum. At least it's maximized. Okay, woo, we are almost out of time. We got some looting to do here. And I know I started a little late, but I also have an appointment that I have to get to, so I can't push it too far. Got a firebomb to replace the one that I threw. That's fantastic. Hand that over. I'm not using arrows. Scroll of invisibility, always a nice thing. Scroll of false life, sure. Put it on the guy who's probably going to get attacked the most. I don't really ever use Gust of Wind, so I'm not going to carry it around. I definitely could see uses for it. I know that I never really use it. What are we at here? Level 8. So I've heard that you can get to level 10 before you fight the final boss of this act. I think I've done that once. I think I've actually succeeded at doing that once. But I think something about the way that I generally run
There's a
through
parasite nearby. You should take a closer look.
Act 1 and 2 generally leaves me, so now I'm up to, they just have to be below 16. Something about the way that I run through Acts 1 and 2 generally cuts me out of a good amount of experience, so I've started to fiddle with that and make some adjustments to it in my later honor mode runs, and I think like my Shadowhead run, the very first complete honor mode run, which I didn't get credit for, I think that one I actually was level 10 before facing the final boss of this area. I don't remember, but I think I was. because of the adjustments that I made. But then I think with Baviel, because, and that's the one where I did get credit for the honor mode run, because I sort of truncated the entire run, because I was frustrated that I didn't get, I was frustrated I didn't get credit for Shadowhead. So when I went and did the Baviel run, I was just like, what's the quickest route to winning? And I think because of that, I didn't make it. I could be wrong though. I could be wrong. Minthara can be helpful with these next couple of fights. She will certainly initiate them because as soon as they see her, they will attack. Whereas in this setup, they won't. Let's see here. Tieflings. And then, yeah, that's something I gotta talk about still. Sorry, having a little internal monologue. Oh, I wonder. Oh, she does. Okay. That's fine. I'm gonna put him right next to her. Or to them. I think it's her.
Fuck yes.
I'm not gonna rage for this. It's a one-person fight. Shouldn't need the rage. Ooh, critical miss. Not good.
Aye, aye.
Oh, that was good though. That took all the rest of her health, so Astarion could just roll in and go bop, and she's done. Okay.
Wonder if the gods are watching me.
So all the, well, no, there's one more Scrying Eye, but he has one more spell slot, so that's good. So now we've got another Paladin, and start bopping him.
Being arrested for assault.
Okay.
Let's cook with fire, baby.
Not gonna rage. So her damage is like cut in half. Not quite, but almost cut in half by not raging. It's crazy. 32. Ghulen should be able to kill him.
Well, so much for peace.
We'll see.
Good idea, I think.
Down he goes.
What's inside? Right on my feet.
Okay. Down to about 10 minutes. I want to talk about what I'm doing here, but I need to get a little further in. Alright, so now you also will have the Warden that you need to get rid of. She can make herself invisible.
You were witnessed
Only
assaulting
18.
someone.
That's a weak attack. You gonna get your axe back? No?
Always room for more.
It's okay. She has a lot of health. Reaction. Didn't really hurt. She has pretty high initiative, so she's gonna go and... Oh, why do I have... Oh, because I ended my turn. Okay. She's gonna go invisible. And because the camera followed her, I know that she's up there.
Not now, not ever.
It'll cover the whole area, making her visible. And if I'm very lucky, I'll send her back down.
I got this.
Dealing
Close ranks.
much more damage. So that was a big damage round for Astarion. Astarion usually doesn't deal a lot of damage, but because I hit her with the I don't even know what it's called. Okay, so let's get a screen, and then I'll go up here. I don't think Booming Blade will take it out, but let's give it a try. Not enough movement. I guess Booming Blade very definitely will not take it out because I can't get to it. That'll do it. Radiance of the Dawn. So she received 18 damage from the Radiance of the Dawn.
Watch your back.
Making me sweat.
Never a dull moment.
And she hurt everybody. And she can be... The Warden can be quite dangerous, especially if she adds on another fight. See, she has some kind of generic loot, but she has this really great thing called the Spellcrux Amulet, where you can restore any slot all the way up to level 6. So that's a good... I like to keep that amulet on me at all times, basically. You just kind of pick a... Obviously... Excuse me. Obviously, Karlach doesn't need it, so it'd be good for Furin. So I'll keep it on him. And the reason why it's good, like I could demonstrate it right now. The reason why it's good is you can just equip it, restore. I only have level 2 spell slots, so a little bit of a waste, but I don't know. This isn't a spellcaster run. And then you can take it off again. That's the reason why you want to keep it around. Works very well and has 0 combat effectiveness cost for using it. Alright.
Come on.
So we're coming up to the end here. Let's do our loot. Be responsible. Get all your loot. I know that Sean is not going to miss any loot ever. He's going to get the loot, and he's going to get the box that the loot's in. Hopefully he has plenty of money, because he deserves it. Going through all that trouble. Just some random loot here. Some things on the table that you might as well grab. Gold rings, gold chalices, burnished necklace. They're not worth a lot, but they're worth a little. I always like to grab Wilbrun's hammer. I'm not going to use it, but I just like to sell it. It's a named item. Browbeaten circlet, thing of water, sure, and an empty pouch, and we're done. So we're gonna head back. Now I'm missing 2 health. That's not really worth it. For 2 health, I'm not gonna spend a potion, right?
He's probably holed up somewhere, planning to burst in, spells ablaze, and rescue us.
I bloody hope not. If he saves us, I'll never hear the end of it.
So let's go gather Minthara.
We must leave. Now, lead the way.
And we'll head back. Now, a lot of times you just drag Minthara along with you, even though she could technically get killed. You just drag her along with because, you know, instead of running all the way back and then back, because you're gonna end up over in this corner. That's where you want to be. Now, we all have high strength, right? Except for Astarion. Astarion doesn't have high strength. Everybody else does. So we should all be able to make this jump. And I'm pretty sure Minthara has high strength as well. So, what we're going to do is we'll go on Astarion. We'll fix his health. Heck, we'll even use him to sort out our inventory. That's fine. You can go on the water pile. In the bag. Ooh, a potion of flying. Always nice. But he doesn't need a potion of flying. He's going to drink a potion of jumping.
Looking ahead.
And then with Furin, I'm going to jump up. And everybody else should follow me because they should all be able to make the jump.
If if it is for the best. Moving out.
She's gonna have to go
A
up
simple
there.
task.
And
Someone
then
there.
you are probably
Something
almost
steps.
out of your jumping potion. Oh, 6 turns left. That's not bad.
Let's get going.
There. Now, they should have all followed, but they didn't. Astarion definitely had, with the jump potion, he had the ability to make the jump. He just wouldn't do it. You know, nibble on down here. I don't know why nibble, but you want to take a little detour on down here and dig this up. And then you want to... Now, if you go down in the pit, there are some hook horrors you can fight. I think they're hook horrors. They might be something else, but I think there's 3 hook horrors down there for you to fight. A little extra XP. I'm not super concerned about it. It's a little tedious, and basically I need to be done right now, so I'm running short on time. I don't want to go down there. But they're there. So when you release the prisoners, you're going to run over here and start working on the chains on this boat. But they are programmed intentionally not to completely release the boat. And there's a very important reason why, as I discovered on my Bayviel run, because I rolled up in there and I had 2 warlocks, well, 2 people with Eldritch Blast, I guess. They weren't both warlocks, one was a sorcerer. And so I had one sorcerer went ba-bow on that wall, and one sorcerer went ba-bow on that wall, and I just assumed that was enough. That the walls had dropped, and one of them had not. So I went from there in a big old efficiency rush. Oh, dipped in poison. Okay. Because I was being very efficient. I went from there and broke the chains and left immediately, as you will see in a second. But this wall had not broken, so the tieflings were not free. And so I was like, oh crap, the tieflings are not in the boat. And I went all the way back with just the gnomes, and I was like, okay, well, I better get back to Moonrise to let the tieflings out. Well, the tieflings were all dead and gone. And I lost all of the quest chains that involved them because I was in too much of a rush to be efficient. So, you need to make sure both walls get broken through, and both the gnomes and the tieflings are here. Oh, they did break the chains.
All that's left is to ship off. My plan for now is to hide out on the water. Safe?
Then you can take them all to last leg, and you can get the benefit for it. Now, for me, there's not really any, like, in this run, no benefit, really. I don't care about any of the items.
The absolutes what?
They do that, you have a little conversation with Minthara, you tell her where to find your camp. Now she's your ally, she's a playable character now. Which is pretty dope in a lot of, yes, I said dope. In a lot of circumstances, it's great. Alright, now, I'm not going to fight the Meanlocks because I'm out of time. That's it. That's the only reason. No other reason. It's not because it's an obnoxious fight with fear mechanics. I may fight the Meanlocks later.
For me?
But right now, I'm not going to do it. But I do, nevertheless. So everything that's happening upstairs, the reason why I'm doing this is everything that's happening upstairs is it's gonna take a minute to get through. So I've got a little bit of time here. I'm gonna blow up that wall. I'm gonna open this evidence chest, take the scroll. I'm gonna come get the thieves' tools and the sweet potato. Because I have more than enough camp supplies already, but that doesn't mean I can't get more. There is a smoke powder barrel here behind the wall, so if you choose to break the wall in a different way, then you can pick up the smoke powder barrel to do some barrelmancy with. And then you gotta lockpick your way through this difficulty 14 door. You've got to hope that you see this trap up here, otherwise you're going to take like 40 damage. Well, it could be a lot less. disarm the trap on the chest. Glad I rolled high. And lockpick the chest. Glad I rolled high enough. And you get the Coruscation ring, which is really good for like a light cleric build, which is essentially what I'm doing on little Astarion over here. So we're going to get rid of the Ring of Mind Shielding, put the Coruscation ring on. That's fine. Because we are definitely being a pansy and not doing a 2-person run. We are doing a 3-person run right now, which is very different than a 2-person run. Okay. And that's, like I said, I'm not going to do the mean locks right now. I don't have time for that. So I'm just going to hop up. I've got a lot of things to sell, but I'm just going to resolve some quest lines right now.
Why we should leave now?
I'm going to go ahead and resolve Alfira.
You're here. We're too. How did you do it?
I'm a hero.
Thank.
And then she gives you all of this, which seems like a lot. It's not really that much, but the most important thing that she gives you, if you rescue the tieflings, specifically you have to rescue the tieflings, is the potent robe. And this is ridiculous for a sorcerer or a warlock, because it doubles your charisma modifier add-on. It has a +1 armor class on clothing, and it gives you temporary health every turn if you don't already have it. So, pretty wild. Come over here. I've rescued Roland, and I've rescued Cal and Leah.
Did you enjoy relax?
Blah, 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 blah. Roland was in a bad state without you.
For saving me.
Don't mention it. And they give you a little money. That's great. Okay, and then you come over here, and you tell Wilbrin that, or Barkus that Wilbrin is here.
Everyone seems to be quite you.
And then they do like a big thing. It takes some time. So, I've already talked to Art Kulag, so you wait for them to do their thing.
No one but us.
Ooh, look, I forgot to pick up a potion of invisibility, a trap disarm kit, and a potion of healing. So we've got that now. And then you can come over here and talk to Barkus, and Wilbrin's gonna basically ignore him and tell him that he's an idiot. Blah 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 blah.
I believe our business is.
Wilbrin's not
don't
great.
Judge him. Well.
And he'll
well,
wait.
Oh,
And
that's all right.
that. And then you get the brilliant retort, which is just a smoke powder bomb. Don't well, I mean, I guess I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure it's just a smoke powder bomb. It's just a regular 3d4 plus 9 force damage bomb. Doesn't do anything special. But Wilbrin thought it was special, and hey, we're on Wilbrin's side, so. Well, let's see here. We have a scroll of glyph of warding. We don't really need that. We'll just get rid of it. We still have our Sleet Storm, so we're set up. We are going to hang on to the Robe of Potent Caster. Looks like we have some selling to do. We'll get to that later. And I think that's a pretty good spot for right now. So we're just going to call that good. And that was what? Day 18?